Namaste, welcome back to yet another episode on Astanga Yoga. Today I want to address a topic that has been plaguing millions of people around the globe. Yes, you guessed it right. It's the issue of obesity. Obesity has been causing sleepless nights to millions of people around the world today. So let's first establish what is obesity. Obesity is a condition of excess body fat that is 20% greater than your desired weight. And what does cause obesity? Obesity can be caused by hypothalamic disorders, genetic factors, taking certain types of drugs, excess calorie intake, and also it can occur due to lack of exercise. You know, these hormones are secreted by the glands like pineal glands, pituitary glands, thyroid glands, parathyroid glands, and also adrenal glands. So now I'm going to show you certain exercises that will ensure an effective secretion of hormones into the bloodstream, and if you sustain this, then in the time to come you will begin to shed excess flab, unhealthy fat from your body. So these postures are time tested. They will not cause any injury. In fact, if you are already injured due to some activities, then you can expect to recover completely. It will restore your range of motion, and you will walk away feeling absolutely all right. Okay, so now we begin. So the first posture that I'm going to show you is Tadasana. Tadasana, and in that we will be doing one specific movement which is known as Urdhva Hastasana. This will also teach you good balance and also build strength in your ankles. So you interlock your fingers, pull the kneecaps all the way into the pelvic floor. See that your toes are open, chest open too. Inhale and hold this for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then slowly come back, and you can repeat one more time if you feel like. I'm going to share only maybe 5 or 7 simple techniques that you can easily incorporate in your daily routine. Okay, next movement is from Tadasana only. It is Paschima Namaskar. So you inhale and then you take your hands behind your back and bring your palms closer to each other and make sure that the heels of your palms are touching each other. So this is the position here, and open the shoulder blades. So take your shoulders back and see that they remain down. So you hold this position for a count of 5. 5 deep inhalations and deep exhalations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then slowly release your hands. If for reason you are unable to get into this Namaskar position, you can hold the opposite elbow. But see that you are rolling your shoulders down your back, opening the chest here. So there is always an alternative way to do things. The next posture I'm going to show you is Tadasana, Gomukhasana from Tadasana. So you raise your right hand overhead, breathing in, and then you will be holding your left hand with your right hand. Hold this for a count of 5. 1, see that your elbow is pointing towards the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll also show you the back view here. Okay. And if you are unable to reach the opposite hand, it's okay. What really matters is that one elbow going up and the other elbow moving in, with your hand trying to reach up like this. Okay, then we'll repeat on the other side. And you have to breathe strongly. If you just cannot rely on shallow breathing, that you will not be able to open up your body like that. So breathe in, breathe out. This will make your job easy. 1, 2, 3, open the armpit, keep lifting the elbow up. 3, open the chest. 4, draw the belly in. 5, I'll show you the back view. Yeah. Try and make it tight, squeeze it all in. Slowly release your hands and then stretch your arms sideways to release the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now there are number of postures you can do, but today I would like to stick to just few basic 5 or 7 movements that you can easily incorporate. Okay, so next posture is Adho Mukha Svanasana. That is a dog pose. You can, if you have got wooden blocks, bricks, bolsters, pillows, anything, any support that you can, that helps you to get into the pose. I'm going to be placing this bolster here for me to rest my forehead. Okay, so now we are going to grip like this the bricks. See that they are in line, and you can see that they are shoulder width apart. And hold it firm, they should not slip. Okay. Now from here you push back and rest your forehead on the bolster. Keep the knee straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is pretty effective when it comes to losing the excess flab. The next posture I'm going to show is Bharadwajasana. This involves twisting. If you have a chair that has got a gap like this, very good. If you don't have, then you can sit this way. You are going to be twisting, and this twisting stimulates blood circulation in your brain. It tones the central nervous system and also gets rid of fatigue, also improves your vision. So it offers a truckload of benefits. So first you make yourself sit upright, shoulders are down, chest is open, feet are flat, knees are open too, the head is erect, and now you breathe in. As you breathe out, you begin to turn. Take hold of one end of the top end of the chair. So as you inhale, you lift up through the crown of your head, and as you exhale, you ease into the twist, looking over your right shoulder. Breathe in, lift up through the crown of your head. Breathe out, ease into the twist. Keep your lower belly drawn in. Hold this for 5 breaths. Every time you breathe out, try to intensify the stretch a little bit. Slowly come back as you inhale. Exhale. Repeat on the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Draw your lower trunk up as you inhale. As you exhale, let everything soften up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Holding it for 5 breaths is absolutely imperative. This will also stimulate your kidneys. And these twists are meant for cleansing. It will enhance your digestion and your immunity. Slowly come back as you inhale. Exhale, relax. Okay. Next posture. Again, I'm going to be making use of this bolster. Bring yourself to the edge of the seat. Knees must be kept straight. This is known as Adho Mukha Paschimottanasana. Here. Lengthen your spine. And just rest your forehead on the pillow, on the bolster. Hold this for a count of at least 10. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm putting my chin on the bolster. 4. Gaze is towards your toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, come up. See, for the purpose of saving time, I am just holding it for 10 breaths. You can hold it for 50 breaths because this is so relaxing. It doesn't call for any extra special strenuous efforts. Okay. Now the next posture is Utthita Trikonasana. We won't be needing the chair anymore. So you are going to be stepping to your right, 3 foot distance apart. You can place this brick behind your right foot, and then this will also be kept in the same position. Yeah. So you can see that these toes are facing this side 90 degrees and these toes are turning in 15 degrees. Now as you inhale, you stretch your arms out, palms face down the floor. As you exhale, move your hips in the opposite direction. And you're going to keep your knees absolutely straight here. And you're going to revolve your trunk towards the ceiling here. And then keep going, keep going, keep going. If you can't, for some reason, reach the brick, you can place your hand on your shin. And then take your head back slightly and look at your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now press your feet into the ground. Keep the muscles of your feet active. Inhale. Switch your legs now. These toes are facing 90 degrees. These toes have turned in 15 degrees. Strong body, strong foundation. Inhale. Exhale. These hips move in that direction as I bend towards my left. This is a lateral twist. Then eventually rest your hand on the brick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn your attention to your feet. Inhale. Next posture is Parshva Konasana. So for this you will need to spread your feet little wider, at least 5 foot distance. You can adjust the brick. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your left hand to the front. Look at your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because of this props, you can hold the posture a little longer. So it increases your comfort level. Breathe in, strong legs. Breathe out. Create a single stretch right from your toes to your fingertips. 1, 2, 3, the gaze is towards your fingertips. 4, the left hand is straight, and I am not dumping my weight on my hand. My weight is going here into the heel, not on my left hand. 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. You can jump back. So this will bring about more lightness, the jumping. Okay, now Prasarit Padottanasana. We'll just look at the first. There are 4 postures in this series, but we'll just focus on the first one. So inhale, jump. Bring your hands to your waist. Open the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach your chest forward. Fold forward from your hip joint, keeping the knees locked. The heels are going to be out and the toes are going to be in, and you will be on the outside blades of your feet, but the insides are also on the floor. Then first you can place your hands on the floor like this. If this comes easy, there is always a level you can take it deeper. Move your hands in. Reach your chest forward, inhaling. Exhale. Now bring the center of your head on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Reach your chest forward again, breathing in. Strong legs. Breathe out. Again you breathe in and breathe out. I'll show you this one more time, the breathing part. So you are here. From here you inhale, reaching your chest forward. Then you exhale. Then you bring your hands to your waist. And as you inhale, you assume the standing posture again. And then bend your knees and jump. Okay. So these were the basic asanas that anyone can practice without breaking much sweat. I mean, of course, they will test your ability to stretch and also ability to endure. Depends what level you are at. If you are very rigid, you can find even the simplest of the posture very, very tough. But remember one thing, it's a process. You have to be able to do it on a regular basis and do it with a free mind. Be very compassionate and gentle with yourself, and soon you will find yourself making huge progress. If you have any queries, any doubts, any clarifications, you can feel free to approach me anytime. And I will be posting this video on the YouTube. So please like, share, subscribe and leave your positive comments out there. So I feel encouraged and I feel like doing more and more such videos. And if there is anything in particular that you would like me to focus my mind on, please, your suggestions are always welcome. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much.